You can't learn if your cup is full. If your cup is already full, what happens when someone tries to pour something into it? It overflows, and that's what happens to us humans. When we try to learn new things, we have to make room for it. And most of us are already pretty full, so here's how to empty your cup. To do this, we have to talk about the 4 different types of cups that we all have inside of us. The first type is our literal cup. Our physical body needs food and water to function. So if we haven't eaten or drunk anything in a while, it's a good idea to get some sustenance before trying to learn. Otherwise, our mind won't be able to focus. But there's more to this cup than just food and water. It also represents the energy that we have. How much energy do we have left in the tank? Have we been running around like a headless chicken all day? Are we exhausted from the moment we woke up because we didn't sleep enough last night? Or maybe we were binge watching Netflix until 3 a.m. again. These are all things that fill up our literal cup and take away our energy. So pay attention to your body. If you're exhausted, then don't force yourself to study. Go take a nap instead, or at least try to rest a little bit. Your cup is already full of exhaustion, so don't try to force any more learning into it. Another thing that fills up our literal cup is our emotions. If we're feeling sad, angry, anxious, or depressed, then it's going to be hard to learn. This is because these emotions take up a lot of brain space, and they also prevent us from thinking clearly. Emotions are very powerful, and sometimes we can't control them. In those cases, it's best to simply acknowledge them and let them pass. But if possible, try to avoid doing anything drastic or intense right before you want to learn. Don't watch a horror movie right before trying to study. Don't get into a heated discussion with your friend right before class. These things fill up our emotional cup and will negatively affect our ability to learn. Alright, now that we talked about the literal cup, let's move on to the second one, our attentional cup. We have a limited amount of attention to give, and it's very fragile. One thing that fills up our attentional cup is multitasking. Multitasking is a myth. We actually don't multitask. We task switch really fast, and each time we do, we lose some of our attentional capacity. So if you've been jumping from one task to another all day, then it's no wonder you're having trouble focusing. Give yourself some time to relax and clear your mind before you start learning. Another thing that fills up our attentional cup is stress. If we're constantly stressed out, then our mind will be racing and it will be hard to focus on one thing. Stress can come from many different sources, so it's important to identify what's causing it and then take steps to reduce it. This could mean taking some time for yourself to relax, or it could mean talking to someone about your problems. Whatever it is, make sure to do it before you try to learn. Now let's move on to our third cup, our imaginative cup. Humans are imaginative creatures. We love to daydream and plan for the future. But too much imagination can be a bad thing. Sometimes our mind wanders to a fantasy world where everything is perfect. And it can be tempting to stay there, but we can't learn if our cup of imagination is overflowing. That's because when we daydream, we're not focused on reality. Daydreaming is fun and relaxing, but it doesn't help us learn. In fact, it makes it harder, so if you find yourself daydreaming a lot, try to pull yourself back to reality. Focus on what you're doing in the present moment. There are times where it's okay to daydream. When we're using our imagination to come up with solutions to problems, that's called creative thinking, and it's a good thing. But if you find yourself stuck in a loop and you can't seem to come up with any new ideas, then it might be time to empty your cup of imagination and start focusing on reality. Finally, let's talk about our fourth cup, our self-concept cup. This cup represents our identity. Who are we? What do we believe about ourselves? What are our strengths and weaknesses? Our self-concept is shaped by our experiences, and it can be a powerful force. If we believe that we're smart, then we'll probably be pretty good at learning. But if we believe that we're stupid, then learning will be much more difficult. The same goes for everything else in life. If we think we can do it, we probably can. But if we think we can't, then we probably won't. This is the power of self-concept. It can either help us learn or it can make it impossible. One way to empty our self-concept cup is to challenge our beliefs. If we think we're not good at math, then we should try to learn some math and see if we're actually bad at it. Maybe we're not as bad as we think we are, or maybe we are bad at it, but that doesn't matter because now we know for sure. And if we're wrong about that, then we can change our beliefs. This is a powerful way to empty our self-concept cup and make room for new beliefs that will help us learn. Another way to empty our self-concept cup is to learn new things. When we learn new things, we change the way we see ourselves. If we've never played an instrument before, but we always wanted to learn how, then learning an instrument will change the way we see ourselves. We'll become more creative, more patient, and more disciplined. All of these are positive changes that will make us better learners. And finally, the fourth way to empty our self-concept cup is to help others. When we help others, we feel good about ourselves. We feel like we're making a difference in the world, and that feeling can be very motivating. It can inspire us to learn more and to become better at what we do. Okay, so now that we've emptied our 4 cups, we can start filling them up with learning. But wait, there's one more thing. Not all knowledge is created equal. Just because we fill our cups with stuff doesn't mean it's gonna be useful. So be careful what you put into your cups. Choose knowledge that will actually help you and that you'll actually use. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time and everyone's time. So there you have it. That's how to forget to learn. It's actually how to empty your cup so you can learn. Sometimes we have to forget about everything we know in order to learn something new. That's why forgetting is so important. It allows us to make room for new knowledge and ideas. It gives us the opportunity to see things from a fresh perspective. Forgetting is painful, but it's also necessary. It's the only way to learn and grow. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.